Riots, protests. We have what seems like a homeless person that they must have collapsed. And so you have a group of looks like EMT, but they're also wearing riot shields and gear. So kind of a little bit of a different situation, folks. This is not usually how an ambulance will come by and respond to a call. So now we're just gonna kind of come back. This is where we're at. We are.
So, so
This
Luis,
is known as the government district. We got some journalists over here, some press. See where they're from. Oh, okay. This is hello.
Hi.
CNN. How you doing, CNN?
Wait, I'm not seeing.
Oh, okay, your thing says CNN.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Okay, here we go. So
Luis,
We're-
so do you know what happened to that person? You said it was
No,
not a protester.
I'm imagining that it was some sort of like exhaustion, dehydration. If you can see right now, they have the wheelchair with the stuff. Hold on, now that
Right.
they're gonna, yeah, no, let me keep my distance here. It's surreal, man, because downtown Los Angeles already is it's a wild place, and then sad things like this. This is very commonplace. So you mix that, so you got some flags in the background. It just makes for a much more toxic environment when you really get down to it. Just do a quick like little thing of person's belongings. So sad. Think they even left her wheelchair behind. Oh,
I'm sure they'll come back to get it, right?
hopefully. Oh goodness, the smell is really bad, and that's kind of crazy because it's like we're out in the open. What?
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, we're right before we got on. There was a line of these ambulances that were coming through. There's also a march. Well, I'm just here with here. I'm at a stop right now. There was also a march that was going on that I'm gonna try to catch up to. Um, yeah, but it's just it's barely starting from what I understand. Couple of new little tidbits. Today's at 5 my time. I don't know if it's close to that time already, but that's when it's supposed to get down. That was the hour of power, if you will, that everybody was instructed to get down here. So this is just kind of setting the stage.
So they're going to try to build some momentum before the curfew.
Yes.
Okay. And well, we talked about, we didn't do anything last night, and last night was a little bit more subdued. It sounded like there were, I think around a dozen arrests last night. So this, Rebel Valkyrie, this is not, it doesn't look like this is a major issue. Somebody that had dehydration or something, it wasn't a protester, somebody that was in a wheelchair. And so it was kind of a more routine thing, but they had, police in riot gear with the EMTs in order to respond.
Correct. Yeah, I think that was a noteworthy thing from all of that, is that they're responding to general calls with riot gear.
Right. So you had some things. We didn't do a show last night because you had some things going on, and it looked like it was losing energy. And then today I've got a video of it. If you haven't seen this, it's made a lot of rounds. But I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's pretty short. Hang on just a minute here.
Hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary, because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your hands off.
Many of our ICE agents have been doxxed for doing their duty. They have been targeted.
Okay, so I mean, it looks pretty clear to me. I wasn't there. Neither one of us was there. This is in DC, but it looks pretty clear to me that was
that was here in Los Angeles. That was here in Los Angeles.
That was here in Los Angeles. Okay.
Yes, that was here in Los Angeles today earlier, because Kristi Noem and DHS, what she had started off saying is that she had walked around, seen some of the graffiti that we've been kind of showing before, and how violent and how extremist it was. Okay, so now if I may, because we're getting to it. So earlier today, for the most part, City Hall had been pretty dead. But when these things start, this is where they always first start. The steps of City Hall. We thought, I'm gonna just bus get out of the way here. Go bus, shoo! I'm gonna estimate probably like 300, 350 people. Just kind of cut across here.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like a ground shaking protest. This is nothing like George Floyd.
No.
Even with the Padilla incident today, which they very clearly were trying to use. I mean, it looked to me, and I've been in commissioner meetings all day, so I'm just getting caught up on the events of today. But it looked to me like this was a deliberate effort on Padilla's part to try. I mean, he wanted conflict. I mean, it's obvious. You just look at that and how he's pushing back and everything. He's not. He could just like put his hands up and walk back and say okay, and then try to negotiate. But no, he's trying to fight. He was very clearly looking for conflict, and then the statements of so many Democrat lawmakers immediately afterwards, talking about how he was racially profiled and stuff like this.
Yes,
they're trying to emotionally manipulate people into coming out and joining in this fight.
I agree. So right now, what we're entering is this is the party phase. This is the spirit of the '60s. Like it's a lot of fun and cool and shit, right? Like check it out. Just watch for a second. I'm actually gonna take the headphones off so you can get more of a ambiance.
Excellent. I'll just let you run with it.
Fuck guys! Keep that drum going! Bring that drum with us! Bring that shit with us! Say fuck 12!
Excuse me, so sorry.
Say fuck 12! Fuck 12! Say fuck guys! Say whole street! Pershing Square! Pershing Square! Pershing Square!
Can you put your headphones on so you can
Yeah,
talk a little bit?
1 second. So, just real quick, we're getting to like an intersection point. We're on First and Spring now. You got the cops lined up. Let me put in the headphones now. Whoa,
All
sorry.
right. So,
Yeah.
so they are chanting. They're chanting "F Trump," as far as I can tell. F Trump. F Trump. F ICE. And
What? What is police?
oh yes, and F police. Okay. And then saying whose streets are streets. So this kind of chanting, it's a key to the the whole Saul Alinsky Marxist tactics, and it's all designed to get them not to think for themselves and to disassociate them from their own conscience, and to kind of adopt this ultimately it's indoctrination, and we can see the same things in many different ways. And just anywhere that you look on X, pretty much you can see this type of indoctrination, not as overt as this is what we're seeing right here. It looks like, on the surface,
Correct.
It looks like they're having a good time, right? It looks like they're having fun, but there's something really nefarious going on here.
It reminds me of that System of a Down song, like everybody come down to the party, have a good time. And they filmed a lot of those music videos here in downtown Los Angeles, ironically enough.
Mm.
But yeah, we are.
Man, if
live.
I was in one of those cars, I'd be pretty nervous.
For sure.
Yep.
So did that make sense and how it like turned out? How I was like, yo, what the first thing they do is they make it seem like a party, and then all of a sudden they got a moving drummer and MC.
Right.
It's fucking moving party.
Right. And they're leading this chanting that is designed to move them towards amoral action.
Yes, sir. And then you got a Ukraine helmet over here. Little details, man. It's always the little details, bro.
It's also interesting that they don't have masks on.
Yep.
I mean, that very few have masks on. You've gotten a lot of shots of faces here.
Yes, sir. Well, and I wonder what that means overall to like the theory that I have going on, that there really is just people that have no clue, but there's a very, very organized element. And how do you separate between the two? I don't know. I hope that this is helps get some insight. But even here, like experiencing it, trying to just like, for even my own personal safety's sake, to really make a determination, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, Bradley makes an interesting point. I've seen this in the last few streams, is that they're flying the American flag upside down, which a lot of people were doing on J6 too.
Yep. Hey, and so here's a really good illustration of what I was saying about how like the energy seems to be kinetic. Like you got these dudes on the bikes, got some of these SUVs riding around, and that becomes a vector of energy that it's just like big game of cat and mouse. It's what we're like literally doing right now. It's what we got. The roses. That's nice.
You're great. You're great, Luis. And yeah, Rebel Valkyrie says that these same people might be putting on masks later once it does get kinetic, or if it does. And of the people, I think there were 14 people that were arrested last night. I saw that 3 of them had weapons on them.
Yep.
And you said that included guns, right?
What the
Firearms.
dude that one very okay. So check this out. Watch. I got to show you all of this really quick. It's really important because it might come into play later. Okay, so look at all of this where we're at right here, right now. I'm gonna take a tiny sidecar just to try to avoid much attention to me. Okay, you got some cops that are coming into the mix. Hold on, it's not gonna be a very big sidecar, but just okay. So this is the big street that's first. I'm gonna show you how there's a strategic stockpile. I posted a video about this the other day, but I don't think if you don't see it like in real time, it doesn't kind of make sense. Okay, so look, backed off half a block, right? You got all these people over here, all these people over here. Now you've got a little what would you call it? A little shelter area over here. But
So
oh, hold on, really quick. Check it out. Check it out. Here we go. So what I wanted to point out. What do you see?
oh, those are the dumpsters.
4 dumpsters and
Those are the same ones.
4 dumpsters and
Try moving them around. Yeah, they're all on caster type wheels. That's not normal dumpsters. Do not have those kinds of wheels.
nope.
Try
Okay, so
moving
what?
them around. See how easy it is.
I'd rather not touch them. I don't have gloves. Okay,
Okay.
so look, check it out. But so you got all that, you got these rocks, and this is one really big bad indicator that something is awry. Because
Wow,
this is like
is that like gravel, or are those like throwing stones?
those are throwing stones.
Oh my gosh.
Like just right here with 4.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's like a little stash.
Oops, I hit the wrong button here.
Okay, and so just again, so people kind of get a lay of the land, right? Check this out. I'm going to show you how close this is to the other things that we've seen before. It's like literally right here. Okay, so we're back to the march. That's where that is. Look, okay, check out this storefront. Going to become very, very, very familiar here. A second. We're just going to go talk to him. We haven't gotten him live yet. We're making a movie, baby. Okay. How you doing today?
Good. Good.
What do you can you give me any kind of reaction to the arrest of Senator Padilla today?
That was bullshit. That was bullshit.
Do you know anything about his status? Is he okay?
Yeah, I think he said he was okay. He just got detained and that was it.
I have heard reports of some businesses that are hurting a lot because of the curfew at 9 p.m. and are thinking about defying the order to close down and stay open. What do you think about that move?
Well, I mean, as long as it gets the people don't come and destroy and vandalize, I think it's the curfew is fine until that stops. Then we could open up again.
Yes, sir. I've been doing live streaming all week. Any comments or anything from people watching from all over the world?
No, just we have a right to protest, and if you do it peacefully, then we should be okay. We shouldn't be afraid of them terrorizing us and dividing us. This administration, instead of making America great, they're making America hate, or they want to make America divide. So just be safe, and let's unite and do peaceful protesting. That's it.
You're welcome. God bless. Okay.
Good job, Luis. So where exactly was that located? Because I think, if viewers might want to call the police, call the LAPD and let them know that there's a delivery of throwing rocks and the location of those dumpsters that they're using as weapons against the police.
Yes, sir. That would be First and Los Angeles.
Okay.
We're between First and Los Angeles. Howdy. Have a good one, y'all. You too. You too. God bless. Okay, between that and First and Judge ISO San Pedro. Okay, so look, now we've got a very well defined kind of skirmish line here. We're trying to protect this block back here because behind is a lot of the federal buildings. So I don't know if they're just trying to protect that, but we are going in the direction where federal prisoners are being held right now, which would be the people caught on immigration charges and or obstruction, perhaps Senator Padilla.
Yeah. The I cannot. I don't think that I can overstate how serious that is. What you just showed us, the location where those dumpsters and the throwing rocks are staged. I mean, this is very clear that they are planning something kinetic against the police.
Yep.
And they're going to use those because we already saw it. You've captured this now 2 nights where they use those dumpsters. Those dumpsters are built to be weapons. Those are not regular city dumpsters. There's a pile of throwing rocks right there, and they're going to be using that to try to kill police officers.
Yes, sir. So look, this is Little Tokyo. This is a very world famous, brings tourists from all over the world. And they have boarded up, not this one. This was already it wasn't active, but like this one, for example, boarded up. I don't know if you saw this video right here where it says Little Tokyo Mall over there, but there was like a whole little underground collectible there's probably like 10 little businesses that they're shut down right now, and they boarded up all their windows. We got these posters, right, that basically like a white flag. Speaking of flags.
So I would highly recommend to any viewers, live viewers that are motivated to call the police to the LAPD to do so and let them know that weapons cache. And can you tell us once again where that was located?
First in Los Angeles.
At First in Los Angeles.
Excuse me, sorry. See, look, more boards. Everybody's boarded up.
It was a side street, wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
it on First?
It's between First and Second.
Between
Excuse me,
First and
no.
Second.
Excuse me. On First between Los Angeles and Pedro.
Okay. So on First between Los Angeles and Pedro, and the police really need to know that there's a weapons cache there of rocks and dumpsters that they use as a weapon.
Okay, so check it out. Look, like they're all boarded up right now.
Oh, good. Yeah, and
all of them.
Rebel
Wow,
Valkyrie says there's an FBI link to report criminal activity in Los Angeles. So somebody please do that.
Hold on real quick, check this out.
Jason had a good question. And I think that you kind of answered this question with, by identifying that weapons cache. But he says, is it safe to say that this whole LA thing has finally delegitimized itself, maybe from violence or vandalism? I'm not seeing any coverage of LA on any platform. And I think that they are, I mean, it is very clear that this is an attempt at a Marxist revolution. And that's just that it's very clear that that's what they're trying to do. That with the Democrats promoting this whole thing in here in 2 days for Flag Day, this No Kings protest, and they're trying to get as much energy as possible. Padilla today they knew that they needed a martyr victim to try to get enough kind of, I don't know what you call them, normies, people that are, kind of regular supporters out on the street. So they're not just relying on their black bloc Antifa people.
Correct. Yes.
And they especially, I think they want to get other minority groups and stuff involved.
Correct. But look, yes, I think that they're severely overplaying their hand here. As you see, Little Tokyo is like, it's completely boarded up. This is not how it's a sad thing to see, especially like
It is.
there's people here that are I think it's a collectible conference that's going on. I saw a couple of non-press badges. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna come back over here now. You see, even the not even the National Museum is safe. And we're gonna go over to the the federal building, which is like a block over, and we're about 2.5 blocks away, basically. And do a hang a left and a right, or right and left. I don't even know at this point. Over here.
Just again, Jason, that is the location of the weapons it was on First between Los Angeles and did you say Padilla?
Los Angeles and San Pedro.
San Pedro.
Yes, sir.
So it was on First between Los Angeles and San Pedro. That's the location. So that is just huge.
Oh, this is all like Japanese museum, by the way. That's all destroyed and all that.
That's just heartbreaking.
Yep. That's really nice. Rock. I don't know. I'm sure it's like some sort of fancy name that is very foofy.
It looks like they tried cleaning it up and then somebody just went right over it again.
Yeah. No, because it is officially with that a turf war. It's no different when like two gangs start crossing each other out for like dominance and stuff. And yeah, it's no different from anything like that. They're what I was mentioning, one thing that makes me most concerned is this concept that they need a very moral victory of driving the military and ICE out. How they go about achieving that, I don't know. But I've seen that both in person, like when it really like gets like it's about to fizzle, they come back to this idea of like, let's remember why we came here. And the it's just a really what's the word? It's an unfortunate mix of a few different things, that a lot of unmitigated anger between what's happening in Palestine. There's no value judgment on that. That's a whole can of worms I don't even want to look at. But there's that. You got the open borders, you got Ukraine, lots of things that are coming together to basically oppose Donald Trump. You'll see there's a uke flag in the middle of that one. Watch. The yellow.
Whatever they could try to emotionally manipulate somebody with, whatever pushes somebody's button, right?
Yes.
So for some it's Ukraine, some it's Mexico, some it's the upside down American flag.
Yeah, well, here we're gonna do a whole like UN style little memorial. Check it out. I was here earlier before we went live.
Okay.
But yeah, check it out. So we got a bunch of just different little flags here. This is like a little maybe brass communication point.
So you got Cuba, you got Honduras, you got Brazil, yeah, you got Japan. So they're trying to, create the impression that this is like all of the nations, that everybody wants to get rid of Trump, right?
Yes,
Everybody's on their side. That's what they're trying to.
exactly.
Yep.
I can't tell, but I think there might be like a bag of chicken tenders on that. That would be nuts. Here comes like check it out. This is like the Bill Reinforcement Shack. Got the Betts uniform. Yeah, we're gonna get right up. Usually the last 2 days this has been blocked off. Today it's not. So that's worth noting there. Got the flags, we got the bikes.
And
The
where are
bikes,
you walking towards right now?
the federal detention center area.
Okay.
So here I'm just gonna walk over and put that in the center of the frame. Excuse me, sir. Okay, so this is LAPD right here. See that? A lot of admin buildings, things of that nature, and then over here, that building, the background, that's the federal detention center. So I think it was FBI that arrested him, if I'm not mistaken, Padilla. So he's probably there, and that's probably why this is a point of engagement there, but also troublesome because they've had it blocked off. And if they've already introduced extraordinary measures, containment measures, but see, we're right now, it's like how fun, party, blah, 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 blah. It's all fun and games until the smoke starts coming out. Stampedes, heaven forbid, today.
And so far, there's been very little police presence. There was that one line that you saw.
Exactly. Right.
But yeah, why isn't there any police presence right here? I mean that.
Well, okay, so now check this out.
Okay,
I will always contend that these people, that they have inside knowledge. Look, they're so well.
Yeah, just like J6. Just like J6.
Yep. Just bam, ready to get it.
Yeah, because you didn't necessarily know that this is the place to be, right?
No, I mean, so hold on one second. So okay, in my when I wake up, or like, my default is to think that it's roped off because it's been roped off. So right now that it's not roped off, this is it's shocking but not surprising, surprising but not shocking. I don't know, one of those. Look,
So, Luis,
they're serious. That's a really big light diffuser, by the way. Yeah,
it
go
is.
ahead.
I just want you to know that so already in this live stream, we've already made a big difference. Jason says that the info is on its way to the White House. So
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. I think it's interesting that there's no, obviously there's going to be coverage, and they know that something's going to happen. That's why they're all there.
Yep. Okay, so check it out. We got the subway. It's quite surreal when you're riding on the subway and you see all this shit as like a tourist, or you're trying to get to work or back home. Here, real quick. Yo, world champions, baby. Let's keep it going. Okay, so we've got skirmish line over here. We got the cops. Let's see. These are California Highway Patrol. Howdy. God bless, folks. Be safe. They haven't yet cut off access to the freeway or not, but there is like a choke, I guess. See what we got over here.
It's
Got
really interesting.
Televisa. Yo.
it's really interesting how the you just wonder why they're choosing those spots. And I mean, it seems like that courthouse building there would be a really key place to have a stronger presence, but
Yeah.
I guess,
Well,
I guess
there
it's
are.
early. Yeah.
So look, I mean, they did. In all fairness, look, they have choked off. They did choke off over here. Like that's at least 2 exits that I could see off the 110. Excuse me, off the 101. This is the 101 right here. So that's the 101. That we're gonna come up on Union Station. It's on the other side of this. And another district that's getting really affected is the forget the name of it. It's like the it's kind of like the cradle, the first streets. Name escapes me right now. But anyhow, so we're coming over here. We got hello. I can walk across. Okay, thank you. Excuse me, folks. Thanks. Okay, so
So
we got
the this whole issue, it really, there is a lot of nuance, and I think in most of the media we're instructed to choose a side, and we're kind of given this as if it's a there's one side or there's another side. You're either with the police or you're with the protesters.
correct.
And the reality is, I mean, we don't want to live in a police state.
Nope.
I don't think
Sure
I don't
don't.
think anybody wants to live in a police state, except for the Marxists,
Correct.
the diehard Marxists, and so we really don't want the police to overreact, and they know this. They don't want to overreact also because they know that just can help to fuel it even further.
Yes, exactly.
But at the same time, we want, we want law and order, but we don't want a police state. And the line there is just so delicate. It is so delicate. And we want freedom of speech. And
Yes, we do.
like the person that you talked to at that bail bonds place, who's an organizer. He's on some level, he's clearly an organizer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If it's peaceful, that's great.
Okay, so check it out really quickly, just for a overall lay of the land type of sit awareness. So that's the federal courthouse down there. That's the smaller tan color building in front. This is right here. This is admin. All this is for Union Station, which is right here. Here we have the entrance to the 101, the 110, and as you can see, it's blocked off. The other day there was fires somewhere along here. We got yeah, and just kind of like a little homeless encampment. I'm gonna come back now, but these homeless encampments too are always a cause for concern because they can be stash house. There's just a lot of cause for concern. Like we all go.
Yeah, I mean, they who knows what they could be hiding there.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna come down one more block. This is the original city square that I was talking about, and it seems that there's more people, and then we'll go back to where everybody was amassed.
So if you're just joining us, Luis is in LA, obviously, and just about I don't know, was it 15 minutes ago? He identified there's a side street is on First Street, and it's been reported to the police and the FBI and possibly all the way to the White House already. What we discovered on this stream, which was a stash of weapons. They're these dumpsters that have engineered casters on them. These are not actual dumpsters. They're shields and weapons that Luis has documented how they've been using them as a barricade to run and push them towards the police line. And then there was a pile of rocks, freshly delivered throwing stones, and like river rocks. And right next to those dumpsters. So this was a weapons cache right next to the heat of all of this. And so it's very clear that somebody is planning on violent kinetic conflict against the police tonight. Now, curfew is at 8 o'clock your time.
Yes,
Is that
correct. 8 curfew is at 8 today.
And the last 2 nights they've been enforcing it heavy. Last night, finally, the military was there, from what I understand.
Yep. Okay,
Um,
so look, this is called the Old Spanish Trail right here. It's one of the first missions that it's kind of the cradle of Los Angeles. And there's a little district right here where pull up to come to. It's maybe a block and a half. I'm just gonna get here real quick. And I mean, it's all closed. Probably got like 200, 300 people that are not working and all these little booths and all that, right? It's one of the big LA experiences for folks, especially for the Mexican community. Shut down. Got all these over here. Shut down because of yeah, and they don't care. And then so
the economic impact of all this it's really hard for the small business owners.
yes, it is.
And a lot of these small businesses,
I mean,
just these small businesses, they live hand to mouth. A lot of them do. And so, you lose a week's worth of business. That could be enough to put a lot of them out of business.
my hotel was 42% off today
Oh, wow.
from its list price. And that, I mean, so today is what, June 12th?
Yep.
Height of the summer. Not like it's it gets really, I've been here for many years, and so in the winter and off season it's a lot less expensive, but like right now during summer everybody wants to be here. This is the time. And yeah, even just sometimes even finding hotel rooms is difficult in downtown LA. 42% off is a cause for concern, certainly. Maybe not long. Okay, so check it out. One more thing. Howdy, gentlemen.
¿Cómo está?
Bien. So we got some little live mic. You got some signs ready to go. Telemundo over here. I mean, I always want to give, they're not really my colleagues, but we're in the same industry. I always want to give journalists the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to be blackpilling America about journalists and things like that. That's not my place. I think people can make their own determinations, but I'll tell you something like that just seems really obvious. Both sides, there's the thing, the speaker, got the signs, they're already ready to go.
Telemundo's already there. Yep.
It's a big fucking scripted show. Sorry for my language. Look at all this death to fascism. And I'll tell you, man, like, some people, I'll never be this person, but some people would just be like, oh, they're over exaggerating. Oh, it's freedom of speech. But if you walk and you're in the what you call the madness of the crowd and you see kill 5, 10, 15, 20 times, that's going to have some sort of effect on you. I'm not saying you're going to go out and like just automatically become a bloodthirsty murderer, but at minimum you might be violent when you normally wouldn't be violent.
Well, especially when they're doing these mindless chanting, F Trump, F the police, F ICE, with drums, just this over and over and over again, and everybody's repeating that out loud. And so it takes control over your mind, and then all of this subliminal messaging that they've spray painted all over the place. That
Correct.
It's not, and it's not, and you're right. I mean, it says kill Trump, kill ICE. It's not. This isn't, just sharing some sort of political message or, it's actual violent incitement. And then 3 of the 14 protesters that were arrested last night had weapons, including firearms, on them. So,
So look, just because we're right now on the lull period. Hopefully it stays low, but just trying to get everybody a really good situational awareness is how this is all. This is Arcadia, right? Over there, right over there, that building where my finger is, that's a federal building. So now here's where they were throwing rocks on the underpass. You can
Right.
see- whoa, shit. I almost fell there myself. Well, that would have been tragic. Okay, hold on.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
I saw the brick. There's still a couple of them right there, like the
Yeah.
big rocks you could see. So this is like, and you see there's a barricade right here. So this is basically right here is this ground that I'm standing over is where they were like under, and then you got this guy that looks like he drinks. You must be a Guinness drinker.
That's funny.
Moving along. So yeah, anyhow, so now we're gonna go back to the thing over here, and then I'll probably take a quick just little break so that I can recharge my electronics and maybe shower, bro. It's kind of hot out here. As we okay, so look, new development. Now they've blocked off this street. It wasn't blocked off before. They got the conflict tape up.
Can you go back before we cut this live stream?
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
back
no,
to-
we're going-
Go back to
yeah.
first. I want
Definitely.
to see if the police have responded.
Okay. So check this out. This is always a really kind of little strategic area that I've seen. Like when cops lose control, they run down here onto this would always be the protester on ramp to the freeway. Right? We saw earlier, I was standing on that. That's how they get on. Got the ghetto bird. Got two ghetto birds. They're moving, kind of.
So if you just joined us, at the beginning of this stream, Luis located he just stumbled on a weapons cache, a big pile of river rocks for throwing, and right next to 4 dumpsters that are engineered weapons that he's captured 2 nights in a row. The last 2 nights that we did this, he captured protesters using these as movable barricades that they were driving towards the police line. And so right next to those 4 dumpsters where they're just sitting there, and it's the same ones that he's captured them using as weapons against the police, is a pile of river rocks that was freshly delivered.
I'm told that Torsiphony Maris is in the house.
Oh, is she?
Supposedly her and Scott Pressler.
Okay.
Interesting addition here to the let's just call
Yeah.
it like a jambalaya pot.
Well, that'd be fun if you could run into Tori.
I'll definitely be grilling her if I see her.
Oh yeah, that'd be first class.
So this is the federal building. This is the other side of the federal detention. I imagine that there's like some corridors that kind of link the two, right? This is more where the court would happen.
And this looks like military.
I believe so. Let me see, Marines.
We lost Luis. I don't know if his battery died. He might have gotten a phone call too, because he's doing this from his phone. So the and that was reported when we encountered that. That was reported to law enforcement, and a message was sent to the White House. So that was very shocking to see that. So hopefully, it looks like he's back. You're back, Luis.
Yeah. Okay, so somebody's doing a quick live report. I don't know exactly what. I'm not going to interrupt them.
Sorry?
I was not gonna say anything.
No, I'm not on live.
Oh, okay. Can I ask, how you doing today, sir?
Good.
What's your experience so far on the protests?
3 days.
Okay. Can you kind of give me an overview of what you've seen?
A lot of people, a lot of police, too, helicopters, people screaming, police are, yeah, I don't know what to say.
Would you characterize it as peaceful, mostly peaceful, somewhat peaceful, not peaceful at all?
With what I've seen, yeah, peaceful.
Okay. Are you here in Los Angeles? Is that
International reporter,
where you reporting from?
Quebec.
Thank you for coming out. God bless you.
Good, thank you.
See you. All right. So yesterday, this
I'm not sure how
Bill
you
Bill
could see what they're doing as peaceful. I mean, if you gotta want to see that going into it.
I've resigned myself, Scott, for the entirety of this. I'm just gonna let people get away with saying whatever they want. I'm really not
Yeah.
gonna push back.
Oh yeah,
I'm not.
yeah. No, and I don't expect you to. I just you can let me. I don't know how. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, really. It's so funny. The well, it's funny on its face. Oh, hold on. What a fascinating. It's but what it really is a bunch of this. Look, some
that's horse
caca.
church, right?
That is actual horse shit. Yes, on
Yeah.
the count on the street right now, almost as if it was there to make a point. Yes, it is horse shit. And the sad part is that I mean, you see this one guy, right? But he's reporting, and people in Quebec they believe that shit because they don't know any better. Like, how would they? Literally, how would they if you're not getting a real perspective of things? Like I'm trying, and this is great. This is why I think we're doing good stuff. Is because like it's kinetic, we're moving, I'm trying not to like even clap back or whatever. And you know, people can make their own determinations about stuff. Here, look, so I want to keep going just for a second. Because now they've kind of amassed, so Los Angeles is where we were at. First would be like one more block down. We're gonna go there in just a second, but we're gonna come over here because now you can start to hear it. Now we got a big fuck eyes. Goodness. Fuck the cops over here. Fuck eyes. Got cars in the
And
middle of the
it's everywhere.
street.
It's on the ground. It's on the walls. It's on the glass. It's everywhere.
Yep. Okay, so yep. We're getting to the I mean, this is still really not that big, all things considered, which is good.
Yeah, it really isn't. This is nothing like. I mean, it's absolutely nothing like George Floyd. And it looks like there's not even 200 people there.
I got flag slap there.
It looks like you're
But
kind of
today,
frozen. I can
we
hear
bring the
you.
message
There
to
we
free
go.
Alejandro. We bring the message that every single one of us has the right and the obligation to stand up for the people who are kidnapped. Not kidnapped. Brother Alejandro was kidnapped this morning. He was taken by force against his will, taken from his family, taken from his people. That, by any definition, is a kidnapping. And so today, we will continue to organize. We will continue to defend the rights of our people. We will continue to patrol the neighborhoods where we live, whether it's Boyle Heights, whether it's South Central, whether it's the West Side, whether it's North Hollywood, wherever we are. If you can, drive your car, look out for the pigs. If you don't have a car, get a bike. If you don't have a bike, walk around. If you can't walk around, do whatever you can do to support the cause. All of us can participate in the cause. The last thing I'll say, I promise you, the last thing I always say is, if you are not a member of an organization, join one. Otherwise, marches are important and protests are important, but that's not enough. The pigs know that if we just keep marching and marching and marching, eventually we may get tired and go home. But if we're serious and we're disciplined and we're accountable to real organization, that movement doesn't stop. And they can take one of us and they can take two of us, but they will not stop the movement. So that's why join an organization or set for CSO, Young del Barrio, and sure many other organizations. So with that, thank you all for being here. Thanks for coming. CSO, thank you for organizing. Guys.
Ale Alejandro, Ale Alejandro, Alejandro.
Come back together. So Luis Alejandro and team, make sure you make your donations payable to Centro CSO. You can find us on Venmo and Zelle. Thanks everybody. Luis Alejandro! What are we doing? Black lives under attack? What are we doing? Black lives under attack? What do we do? For our streets!
Are they talking about Alex Padilla as Alejandro? Are you trying to talk to him?
Okay, so look, that's a Hollywood film rig right there.
Listen,
Nice Alexa, bro. Camera of my dreams.
right, guys?
How does she feel? Can I touch her?
And that should be. So it's a democracy. So I'm gonna give it up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you. If you guys want to get back there and have dog, you can. If you guys want to keep moving, you can. You know, do what you want, okay? I'm gonna sit there. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep marching? All right, guys. So we're gonna keep moving. Justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
I'm just gonna climb up really quick. I'm not gonna get in the middle of that right now.
I would say, Luis, that this is a more ominous feel than 2 nights ago at this time of day. Like this
I agree.
feels just a lot more. And this is that was what we just witnessed was an overtly Marxist demonstration. I mean that was a communist organization right there. By Alejandro, were they talking about Alex Padilla?
Yes.
And so they're claiming that he was kidnapped, and they're trying and
Yes.
I mean, it didn't look like there were more than maybe a couple dozen people that were.
Oh, check it
swayed
out.
by
I'm
all
on
that.
display. Here, I'll give you a nice pose. Hold on. Y'all should. I'm laid out like a beach ball here for my friends over here in the press. Howdy. Okay. Now we've gotten all that out of the way. Let's go.
You're awesome.
Have
Yeah,
a good one.
right out of Saul Alinsky's playbook.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You kind of see like that. That's the first I think speech I had caught in all of this. But yes, definitely insightful language there, meant to rile people up.
Well, and that
And
was one of it. It sounds like there's this kind of like decentralized. There's several different communist organizations around downtown. That was one of many, right? There was another one
correct.
that was planned around the corner over there by that Mexican market.
Yep, correct. Oh, I'm gonna put my headphones on real quick. Here.
Okay.
Scott.
Yes. So it's interesting that that guy was photographing you, and it was pretty clear that he was photographing you. Do you think that he had malicious intent?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's what?
Well, I just want to applaud that you had fun with it. I mean, you tried to make light of it, because obviously it would have been made worse had you been defensive or upset about it. So
Yeah. No, I'm just
but
trying
you
to.
just lay out
Okay,
like you're at the
we got the
beach.
relevant. Yes,
Good.
got to defuse the situation anyway. Like
Yeah.
that was one thing that I this morning when I woke up, I'm like, this is rough work. But being able to laugh and have fun with it is going to make all the difference. So, okay, well, we got something going on over here. Let's see. Oh, okay, no, not yet.
So they're chanting "Whose streets are streets."
Yes, correct.
So the same thing that that other group was chanting.
Yes.
And where are they heading towards that federal courthouse?
Okay, so look, we're on Los Angeles now.
Okay.
Los Angeles and First is 2 blocks down that way, right
Okay.
down that way. They're chanting peaceful protest now. Good sign. Good sign.
Well, I think that part of that is manipulative. They're probably doing that for the media.
Yep.
Because they really want to be branded as peaceful protesters.
They need to be, actually.
Even
not
as,
just yep.
Right. Yeah, we're getting a lot of face shots here. This is good. This guy's got a Mexican flag draped around him. Is there any chance that he's Mexican?
About a 5%. Oh no, here we go. Got the Cesar Chavez. You'll know it's serious when you see me bust out with the Cesar Puedes sock. But that's another conversation for another day. Okay, hold on. Let's see what do we got going on here?
Yeah, so that guy right there with the gas mask and the gloves, he's definitely not here for peaceful protest. Are you heading back? You're not heading in the direction of First, right?
See. Yeah.
Or you are? Yeah, we definitely, if you can get close to it again, we definitely like to see that weapons cache again.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to that now. So check it out. This is where we're at right now. Just a little bit more sit awareness. This is small, actually. This little parade, a lot bigger last days. Police presence a
The
lot
one that you
smaller.
joined at the beginning was twice the size. That was a completely separate group.
Huh.
And the one at the courthouse steps that's right up ahead of you, isn't it?
Yeah, here we're going to the courthouse.
Yeah.
That's right here.
So we're kind of making full circle here.
Yep.
Because that was a completely separate group. The leaders were separate people, different people. And they had the drums and
Dude, I'd be out here waving at all the cops, not giving a shit. BLM takes it personal. Fuck them in the butt. I'm not playing with these people. I'm so like, it's just so disgusting to me. I'm sorry, that was really vulgar to say, but I just
yeah, it
like, oh man, now you know he's gonna be on the comment section. But there are very parasitic people that weaponize people's angst, which may or may not be not like we don't have problems, but okay, this is kind of weird there. Some labelless bottles of water. I don't know what's up with that. That might be some of Diddy's little lotion there. Maybe some GHB. That might just be some water. I don't know what's going on with that water.
No, thank you.
Okay. We're moving on.
All right. So I definitely agree with you that we're witnessing some people that have very, very dark and nefarious intentions.
Yep. I've been to protests that SEIU has thrown right there that have been like, that whole park is full. Like today, just and you know, okay, so you got the border windows right here. It's deceptive. That's kind of like the thing that I learned from the other night is that you cannot count these people out. That's I think what they're counting on is to be counted out.
Well, yeah, I think the most encouraging thing that we've seen so far is that they just don't have big numbers. So we're looking at 2 hours. We're coming up on 2 hours before curfew.
Yep.
And we don't see the police are probably staging and preparing. We saw a little bit of military at the federal courthouse building there.
I'm trying to see if they're gonna come all the way down here. Oh wait, no, they're just going on the steps. If they were gonna come down here, I would have walked with them, but no, let's just let's go over to the cache, and then we'll stop for a second so I can recharge and come back.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. So yeah, just again for kind of overall situational awareness, is the Old Times building. I think they breached this the other day, if I'm not mistaken. That's a really big building. Right here on First and Spring, we got the first defensive lines. They're over here. That's
They
another
actually got
federal building.
inside. They got inside that building yesterday.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I think it was like the day with the burning cars.
Okay.
Yeah, but they breached that the Times building. Look at what a big, beautiful, majestic building.
Yeah.
How sad our industry has fallen. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Come on. Now you see all them. That's LAPD. That's I think that's admin. Pretty sure. City Hall again. City Hall's flying the rainbow and the trans. Bah. They broke this yesterday. They didn't break that side. Probably because
We lost you again. Okay, so when he comes back, Luis right now is walking to the weapons cache. He's probably 5 minutes away or so from the cache that he identified. He just stumbled onto it. And this, if you're just joining us and you were here at the beginning, it was some dumpsters that he has filmed protesters using as a moving barricade. These are engineered dumpsters. They're not like service dumpsters at all. They're full of graffiti, and they have caster type wheels on the bottom that push very easily. And so they were using them as a moving barricade, pushing them, driving them towards the police line. And right next to these, where they're just sitting there on a side street, is a pile of river rocks, throwing stones. So and that has been reported to law enforcement, and so he's heading back there right now, and hopefully his battery didn't die. Because we'd really like to, before we end this stream, we want to see that cache one more time. While we're waiting for him, I'm going to pull up, see if I can find some other live stream. No, I'm not saying. Oh, it's back. All right, we got you back. Hey.
Okay, so I just saw KTLA. They went over there. They're going over to the front, and the police also are doing the siren thing. It's okay. This is the perimeter of City Hall, so you can see, and we're gonna go to where that weapons cache is and how close it is. Let's go ahead and cross this way now.
So they left it right next to City Hall, basically.
Yeah, about a block away. Yep, we got some flowers. I don't know what that means, but
I think
got
you're
some
right.
flags.
Details like that are probably, who knows, they could be important.
Oh, I'm sure they leave little clues and things like that. I couldn't tell you what they mean, but yeah, that we can point this out. They've been there's been a real effort to keep the graffiti from multiplying. I will give
Yeah.
the city credit for that.
Yeah, that's a very quick cleanup. Yeah, because this was just covered.
Yeah. Okay, so City Hall, that's Main. Oh shoot. Just hit a tree. Get out of my way, tree. Okay, so that's Main and First. This is now First and Los Angeles. So it's like literally 1 block away. Here, this was it used to be like a backlit glass art display that's now it's all boarded up. This is where we saw the other day where they were pushing the cans down. Where the garage doors down there, that's pretty much where the line of scrimmage there, right? So you could see
I see
other
I see the
other
marks on the street too. Have you seen those scooter motorcycles around?
not today as much. Speaking of, there's one.
Hmm.
But okay, so anyhow, that was the line of scrimmage the other day where they were pushing the
Sure.
dumpsters to. So we got City Hall a little bit over a block away. And then here is that weapons cache. And these fine gentlemen here preparing for a lively debate, a lively round of political discourse. Keep it howling.
They paid us today, so giving a shout out to them. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Chicken for the people.
chicken for the people, man.
Fuck yeah, bro.
What's up? Thank you.
Yep. Keep it howling. All right.
What restaurant is that is providing food for the protesters?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's either Howlin' Rays. I'll get back right now and ask. I think
There it
that's
is.
probably either Howlin' Rays or something similar. So you
Okay.
can see how close that is. And I mean, like, uh, that's a lot of rocks. Four of them. Just waiting. See what else we got here. We got some boarded up.
Make sure nobody's watching you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking here for a second.
That was it is still very much right there. That pile of rocks right next to those dumpsters. It might look like mundane, but that is a weapons cache. That's a cache of weapons that are intended to harm or kill police.
Somebody just casually monitoring it for whatever reason. Got another person just kind of casually monitoring.
Oh, wow. In the cars.
Yep.
Wow.
And we got chicken for the people. Oh, and then we got over here. Hold on.
Can you get their license plate numbers?
Sure. That's funny. People were doing similar shit like this to me earlier. I could feel them, but whatever. All's fair in love and war.
All right, so viewers can go back and screenshot those license plate numbers.
Okay, so now check it out. So we have this is the BLM headquarters, right? Like the actual thingy-mabob. And then we got our favorite bail
Our-
bonds guy right over there. Yes, sir.
Right.
And then right across the street.
So that actually, you're not joking. That is actually the BLM headquarters there.
That's something. Yeah, I mean they got BLM like on their windows.
Wow.
See what we got going on today. Hey, do y'all have that flyer that y'all were? I got it. Look, I'm going that way. But do you have that flyer that you were giving out yesterday that said I'll break your camera? You know which one I'm referring to?
That's not it. That's not ours.
Okay,
That's not us.
thanks. I'm gonna take them at their word. Okay, so sad. Got handheld megaphone. The Thunderbolt Edge. This is the Antifa starter pack here. 95. Yep, Scott. Okay, well, yeah.
So thank you for that. That is absolutely huge that that you just discovered that, and it's been sent in by at least a couple people.
Check this out. They blame immigrants, so you don't blame billionaires.
Right.
Is your grandmother? Oh shoot, what's this? Oh. Wow. Oh, goodness.
Right. Yeah. So if if you have concerns about mobilizing against civilians, you're not alone. You have options. You have rights. So this is, they're really trying to, um, they're really trying to. It's a stretch. I mean, they don't have the people. They just don't. Their numbers seem very weak. I would imagine that the normal citizens, Los Angelinos, are pretty tired of this.
Well, so some of the chatter that I've heard is that people are like just very aloof to it because it's contained in the government section. Um, Lord forbid that it ever reached them, but that's one of the more for me challenging aspects of this is that some like all the people that live in DTLA are very, very well to do, and I think they treat it as just like, you know, something that go like a little thrill that goes with the neighborhood rather than realizing the gravity of the situation for real. It won't they
Right.
won't get it until like it's their house being broken into.
Right. And there hasn't been a lot of actual bloodshed yet. So, and
Good.
hopefully there isn't.
Yep. Yeah, I hopefully there isn't. Hopefully there isn't. This thing today with Alex Padilla, it seems to be like just kind of already somewhat of a pattern. It's going to get ready to die down, and then something kind of just sparks it up last minute. And you know what? And I don't know what the answer is. I think that just letting Alex Padilla go, nilly willy, that's probably not the right move to make. Because it just sends the wrong message to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a real sense the Democrats have they have some real liability that with some of the stuff that's been found with Doge and things like that. That I think kind of that drives a lot of this. If I just kind of spitballing here, but it really does seem like perhaps the Trump administration knows that they got to get rid of what would be the Democrat muscle, MS-13, Trinidad, Agua, things like that. And this is a necessary step before taking more action, and that's why the Democrats are doing this type of thing because they know that once this type of protection is gone, it's over. Okay, so we got KTLA right here. We will live stream.
Interesting. Well, I'll let you. We can
Wait,
let you go to
wait, here.
recharge. Okay.
I'll give you just a couple of more minutes. Hey, let's see what media is out here. Starting to gather. That was one. Pretty sure that was KTLA. This I know is KTLA. I saw. Well, no, hold on. KCAL News. Yeah, I think that might be it. Okay, yeah. Let's pick up in a little while if you
Yeah,
can.
I think this was this was a huge Jason says this is $1 billion coverage. We're doing God's work for the good guys, and I absolutely think that this was a very, very important stream. I mean, it's remarkable how you were able to, we're just by the circle that you just walked around the entire square of this area. We got a very good feel for what's actually happening, what's being planned. The communist, overtly, explicitly communist organizations that are behind this, and they admitted in that demonstration that you captured that there are many different organizations that are all coming together. They're having meetings kind of around, and they're congregating, it looks like, at City Hall and at the federal courthouse building.
Look, see, like
And
so this car right here, that's just kind of going slow. I don't know why gonna bust a quick U here. Like, I don't know why they don't arrest that guy. I really don't.
yeah,
Like, that's kind of wild to be just doing. And of course, that young lady just heard me say that. It's fine. I am not making my intentions unknown.
right.
I just Scott, my style is always smash mouth football. Go straight at it. Don't like, don't pussyfoot. It's kind of the way I don't know. It may not be the right way to do things, but it's the way I do things.
Bodster Louis says, I think I've seen Louis in some Fox News footage, and yeah, I think you are getting some bigger bigger than Bigger Truth Media. You're getting in the you're fighting your way into some footage. So but I don't think that there's any footage that's as valuable as what we put together today here.
Oh, absolutely not. No, this is good. Yeah, just giving people a real lay of the land and upfront and personal.
So do you want to get together and do well, what we could do is just kind of play it by ear. If it looks like things are escalating, then we can just do another live without even announcing it. If it looks
Yeah,
like things are settling down and there's not much to cover, then we don't have to. So we'll just play it by ear.
yeah, no, I think about an hour and a half is ideal.
Okay. That way,
Okay.
yeah, right before curfew.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks. Thank you
Later.
very much, Luis. Thank you all for joining us. All right.